Greetings from Florida. Today we're working on a 2008 to 2013 BMW 128. Could be the coupe, could be the convertible. You're seeing the passenger side and you're seeing this at 4 times the speed. Otherwise this would be an hour video. Careful taking off this faceplate. It cracks quite easily. So use a plastic, I'm using metal, but use a plastic tool to get it off. You've got Torx screws there and at the bottom. One there. Probably, I'm going to guess it's a 25 at this point. And then you've got one more small Torx bolt behind that little cap. Panel pulls out. You've got a wiring harness for the switch that you're going to unplug and the cable that goes to the handle. And I think I had to pop this off. Maybe I didn't. Let's see. Yep, I did. Popped it off to get it off. Made a few mistakes. I made a few mistakes on this video, so that's why it's so long. You'll see some errors that you can avoid. Also, if this is helpful for you, please like the video. You can even subscribe to my channel. These are a bit of a challenge. All right, if you can't get, I'm going to take the motor off, obviously. And then there's one retaining plastic piece there at the top. Let's line it up. Make sure you get the right part before you start taking everything apart. Yes, I do. Now, sometimes you can take the motor off and that'll give you access to getting the glass up. If not, you can cut the cables on the regulator. Don't cut any wiring cables, no electrical cables, but you're welcome to cut anything else. And once you get it up, you're going to find a small Torx bolt that you'll have access to. And I spent about 5 minutes until it occurred to me that there's not enough, you're not going to have enough torque to get that screw out. You're going to need the BMW Mini Cooper nut tool. And you'll see it in a minute. There we go. I figured it out. I needed it. Yes. And it looks like this. Oh, no. I went back for a stronger socket, a stronger Torx bit first. But what I really needed I don't want to strip out the bolt. So let's try the other side. Nope, no luck with that one either. You can put these back in using that bolt, but to get it out, you're going to need either a pair of open ply. There you go. That's the BMW tool, and it allows you to get a grip on the splines of the large palm-sized gear that comes off. And hopefully we'll see that in a minute. Still took me a few minutes. And you're going the opposite direction. You're tightening it by going to, well, normally you would tighten it by going to the right, but you're going to go to the left because you're working backwards. It's put in from the other side. Once you get it a few turns, you can probably do it by hand. And I used to do this before I had this handy dandy $15 tool. I used to do it with, one of those open mouth pliers, the big ones. just verifying to myself which way the bolt went. I just couldn't get my head wrapped around the fact that I'm going the opposite direction. And then you should be able to unscrew it. Take it out. Spray those bolts with a little bit of WD-40 just to make it easier when you put them back in. You will be taking the glass out, and you'll need to get the clip off the glass, probably from the back. At this point, it should come off without any major problem. Take the glass out, move it to the side. Hey, before you take it out, take a look at the channel on your left, and you'll see how the glass is going to go back in. I had a little issue with that too, and you'll see why in a minute. So you get 5 bolts, 2 at the bottom on the right, 1 above it, and then 2 on the left-hand side. Take out all the crap. $10mm bolt nuts. A couple on the bottom there. Next up, you'll need a little cable tie right there. And you are going to want to put the motor back on before you put the glass in. Otherwise, the brackets will kind of fall down every time you try to put the glass in. So put the motor back on. Just use the power to put it up and down. And I couldn't line up the gear from the motor, so I went ahead and turned on the car so that I could move it a little bit. The window lock was on. I had to go around the other side. And I think that's what it was, but so let's put these screws back in, and then we can move it up down, no problem. Now a little WD-40 in the channel on the left. Now my next problem here was I was trying to line the glass up with what I thought was the channel that it went into. I was wrong. The first channel that you see, the main channel, is not the one you're going to line it up with. It's the one behind it, towards the outside of the car. You'll see this in a minute. Well, you won't actually see it, but you'll know it because I just told you. Not sure why we're getting shaky video here. So I played with this for about, I don't know, 10 minutes my time until it finally dawned on me that I was lining it up with the wrong side. And I'm still trying to get it in the wrong channel. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask it right here on the YouTube page. That'd be the best place to ask me anything. I think I finally figured it out. So I lined up the clips with the holes in the glass, put the bolts back in. Hey, one more note. When I was finished, it was about 1/8 of an inch too low. So I had to take the panel off again. You don't see this. I had to take the panel off again and just loosen the bolts, raise the glass up the 1/8 of an inch, tighten the bolts again. That should do the trick. There's also a way to do this to adjust it on the regulator itself, but it's a pain in the ass. It's just easy just to move the glass. And to reset the automatic, if you need to, you're going to hold the button, you're going to put the window all the way up and hold the button while your fingers on the button while the window's up for 10 seconds. And then that should reset it for you. So this one's probably I don't know, I'd say a 6 out of 10 on the scale of difficulty. You can see where that cable goes to the inside handle. And I appreciate you watching my video. I hope this was helpful. You have a good week. Take care.